William Smith here with Patriot Containers. It's Sunday. I got to go to church soon. I always go to the late service because I love being lazy in the mornings, drinking my coffee and doing all random stuff around the house. But last night I was. I don't find your guys' comments right away. Sometimes I'll be scrolling through my videos and I'll go, oh look, there's some comments, and then it's like 9 days later. So this person left me, I guess it's a bad comment. I don't know. It looks like just a hater, I guess. His name's Mike Pykuch, and I looked up how to say that. It's pronounced somewhere else. But I have a video called "What is New One Trip Really?" And the video was done 1 month ago, and it's got like 515 views. And there's some people in the comments that said nice things, and there's some people in the comments that says, "Hey, I'm going to call you in the future." And of course, I was late to commenting on responding back to those people as well. But this could be an employee at one of the Pinocchio Rookie companies that I expose, and all the Pinocchio Rookie companies that I expose. Nobody in this industry has ever done with what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. Everybody's always been flying under the radar, conducting good business or bad business. And the bad companies have never been called out, which is what I'm doing. And it sucks for them because I actually used to work for companies like them. I know exactly who they buy from. I know exactly why they suck, and why they have so many salespeople but not enough employees to actually do a good job. I've read their terms and conditions. I know everything about those companies to bring you this information of basically industry awareness. But this comment, this comment made me want to make a video, so I'm doing it. It says, "This guy can't keep his story straight. Says he's been in business 11 to 9 years, and then claims he's been in business for 13 years. I'm not a salesperson, I'm a business owner, and then he says he's not a good salesperson. Claims he's making $500, and then he says he's making $950 just seconds later after about the same deal. Get your story straight before you make videos." Is that a real person that just randomly found my videos and just has nothing good to say? I don't know. To me, it feels like he probably might work for one of those Pinocchio Rookie companies, and he just made that comment to shame my videos, which is fine. But I want to answer all of his things that he's saying about my videos. So in the first line, it says he can't keep his story straight, says he's been in business for 11 and 9 years, and then claims he's been in business for 13 years. If this person actually listened to my videos, 13 years ago, I used to work for horrible companies that taught me a trade, but I sat in a cubicle and sold containers. The companies that I worked for were probably just like the Pinocchio Rookie companies that I'm exposing that you have a problem with. And so as time went on, I realized that everything that I'm selling to my customers wasn't happening because I was the seller. The company purchased the product, the company delivered the product. So after my order, everything was crap. And I worked for 2 companies. And finally, I stood up out of my cubicle and walked out. I hated working for liars. I hated being paid to lie. I want to make new sales, and I want my repeat business to call me back and give me more repeat business. I want referrals. Well, if you work for a crappy company, all you're doing is making new sales, and everybody you sold to is pissed off. I had an interview to go to with a third company, and driving to this interview, I thought to myself, and I can remember this time, I was driving Southern California, driving north on the 101 toward Oxnard, California, where there was a third container company, and I lived in Moore Park, California, near Simi Valley. And as I'm driving to go to that interview, I thought to myself, why go do this again for the third time for another shitty company that's going to rip off every customer that I sell to? Go do this on your own. And so 11 years ago, I went into business for myself, okay? And if anybody studies Patriot Containers, I don't have a single complaint from an actual buyer at all in 11 years. And I've sold 15 to 20,000 containers. I've achieved that perfect record with telling the truth. Don't sell shitty containers to your customers, and then show up on the right day that you're supposed to be there. And if you do all those things right, your customers will always call you back. You will get referrals. There's less headaches. And you have to communicate well in order to do the job properly. That's why I have no complaints. If a customer has a freak situation that was completely out of my control, and I don't shift blame from my company to the customer. Patriot Containers takes care of it like a real company does. That's why I have no complaints. Now, if you work for a Pinocchio Rookie company, the reason you guys get so many complaints is you guys lie to your customers in the very beginning, and all the problems that happen because of what the company that you work for actually does. You're never accountable, and you shift blame to your customers, and you make them lose money and pay money. That's why you guys have so many complaints in a shortest amount of time. That's why you're Pinocchio Rookie companies. Now, getting back to the next thing he said, it says, I'm not a salesperson, I'm a business owner. Well, that is true. I used to be a very aggressive sales person when I worked for other companies. I would talk to 10 people, and out of the 10 people, I would make 5 sales. I had a very good closing ratio. I would call the shit out of you till you either told me to piss off or you bought a container from me. And that was 13 years ago. I'm 47 years old right now. I'm going to be 48 in May. I'm tired. I'm no longer an aggressive closer salesperson. Now, when I opened my business, I realized I couldn't be an aggressive salesperson like that 11 years ago. I have to change because now I have a business name to protect and do everything right. So I had to kind of change from an aggressive salesperson to a salesperson. But after doing this for 13 years, I don't have a salesperson in me anymore. I do sell containers. I do run a business. I do my own scheduling. I do my own purchasing. I do my own communication. But it is super, I can quote somebody and never call that person again. I'm happy. I'm fine. I run a real business that I'm proud of. And if you don't want to buy a container from me, you don't have to. I do feel sorry for you because 90% of these companies are Pinocchio rookies that are going to rip you off. So yes, I'm a business owner and I'm no longer an aggressive closing salesperson. Anybody watching my videos, you can call me 888-611-5698. I will never go in for the close on you because I want to provide a real service that you believe in, that you can depend on, that does the job right, and there's nothing you need to do. I will cover everything from start to the finish, and it will be done correctly. That's what Patriot Containers does. Now, he claims he makes $500 and then says he makes $950 just seconds later about the same deal. On an average, I have a purchase price, and I have a sale price, and I have a delivery price. I have got to make money on the container or I don't have a business. On an average, I can make anywhere from $300 to $500 to sometimes $700 per container. There are companies, there's companies that I've listened to with what you guys have been quoted, and there's companies out there that have like a $2,000 profit on their container. Well, guess who's going to get the sale? This guy. Because I'm not that greedy. My greed, how do I say this? There's a lot of greedy people that are greedy in the beginning of your sale, and they're going to lie to you to do with whatever it takes to make that sale because they're greedy about commissions. My greed isn't there. My greed is on the back end of the business to where I know that if you give me an order, and I do everything right, and you were told the truth, and it was handled correctly, and there was no problems, you're gonna call me back and order another container. I'm not overpriced. Sometimes I actually think I'm underpriced. So my greed is, if I do the job right, I know my customers are going to call me back. I know my customers are going to give my phone number to other people and get referrals. I get it all the time. I get people call me like, hey, I ordered a container from you 10 years ago. I need another one. Sweet. I did the job right. I earned that. Every referral I get, I earned it, you know? So back to, on an average, $500 profit on every container. Back in the day, I used to sell like 100 plus containers a month. Well, do the math. I don't have any employees. I don't have any overhead. I can't put myself out of business. I pay the shipping lines and I pay my drivers and I do a service correctly. Nobody can harm me other than myself. If I choose not to go on a vacation for 30 days and not bring my computer, not bring my phone, I won't make money. And I have done that, because if you have so much money, you don't need to make sales. I'm not fueled by greed and lies like the Pinocchio Rookie companies are. There is some situations where, yes, if a company is charging you $3,000 profit, I'm going to steal the order and make $950. So yeah, whatever, I'm a business owner. I can charge with whatever I feel like to sell you a container. It's up to the customer whether they want to give me an order or not. So yeah, so I was reading this yesterday and I go, man, this guy obviously didn't listen to my videos, obviously is trying to shame me. I'm the most honest guy you're ever going to talk to in the cargo container industry. Straight up. So honest that, like, you can't even pay me to lie to you. You know, I'm a very, very honest human being. So yeah, this guy's trying to make it sound like, oh, he can't keep his story straight. And that, let me kind of clarify on something here though. Doing these videos and doing no editing and doing no, like, there's times where I use the wrong word, but I just keep rolling with it. And I'm not gonna put, like, because I see it in other people's YouTube videos where they say the wrong number or the wrong thing, and then they correct it with the right phrase that pops up in the video at the magic moment. I don't do that crap. You're going to get some type of word salads from me every once in a while, because I don't write this down. It is not scripted. This is knowledge. It's experience, and it's actually total whistleblowing in doing something that no other company has done. And I like doing that. I like being different. If you want to be lied to and you want to buy the cheapest used container you can from somebody else that says they're going to give you a lifetime warranty, that says they're going to give you a full money back refund if you don't like your container, you can buy from them. And you're probably going to leave a complaint. You're probably going to lose thousands of dollars because you want to be told lies to take your money. I don't want to tell you a single lie. I want to tell you the truth and actually get the right container that you're going to be happy with on your property or business the day I told you it's going to be there. It's not rocket science to do this. It's really not. You know, these containers are inspected at depots. Every depot they go into, they have to go through an inspection process. So when I purchase containers, I know exactly with what I'm buying because my paperwork says, my paperwork says cargo worthy, IICL, and new one trips. The Pinocchio Rookie companies damaged as is, wind and watertight, because that's what they're selling you. They're quoting you high on a new one, and they're quoting you shitty low, which protects them when you buy that. You're going to make it an emotional purchase. You're going to buy it for a low price because they told you every lie in the book to take your money. But they know 5 minutes after your order, they're going to keep a cancellation fee. They know they don't have to deliver it any time and honor anything that they said because they're going to keep a cancellation fee. They know that if a container leaves the depot, they're going to get a restocking fee. They know if you reject that container on your property, you're going to lose the delivery money, a restocking fee, and a cancellation fee. They also know that when you trust them, it's kind of funny with these Pinocchio Rookie companies because the more trust you put into those companies, the more money you lose. So once you give them an order, you're getting a cancellation fee, little bit. After that, you're going to get a restocking fee. After that, you're going to lose your delivery money and all at 1, 2, 3. And then after that, if they have to come back and get your container, now you lose your delivery money twice. So it just keeps getting worse for you. Patriot Containers doesn't have any of that at all. And I don't have terms and conditions on my website that is hidden information to protect Patriot Containers. It doesn't exist because if you do everything right, there's no problems for the customers. And that's why in 11 years, I don't have a single complaint from an actual buyer. I have 3 complaints from 3 mean people that I was mean back to on the phone, and they never bought a container. Go ahead and read them. I don't care. You're going to read that they never bought a container. So anyways, guys, that's it. Got to get ready for church. Have a great one. Happy Sunday. Bye.